Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Michael Vandermeer, a well-known trader and analyst, has commended the XRP price's performance. The cryptocurrency still has a bright future even after the end of its battle with the SEC. The remittance token reversed 15 months of losses in just 24 hours after the verdict, a phenomenon the analyst calls a bull breakout. We'll also discuss whether the $3 XRP predicted by this study is realistic. Vanda Pappy also suggested that investors utilize a $1 cost averaging technique, wisely allocate their funds going ahead, and not let friends and social media influence their investment decisions. His final tweet encouraged followers to have a long-term outlook and keep their XRP investments intact. As of this writing, the value of one Bitcoin was approximately 70 cents. This followed a 24-hour decline of 0% to 51% for the alternative coin, bringing its weekly performance down to 3.13%. In comparison to Bitcoin and Ethereum during the previous 24 hours, XRP has performed poorly, according to CoinMarketCap. In addition to losing territory against the dollar, the two market leaders took a hit on July 13, 2023, when the conclusion of Ripple's multi-year legal struggle with the SEC was reached and it was found that XRP is not a securities. Within the next 24 hours, the price increased by about 70%. This caused the alternative currency's price to rise from its previous low of 93 cents to its previous high of 93 cents, with the previous resistance level of 68 cents now functioning as support. Daily trading ended with a price of 81 cents per candle. The price of the remittance token fell below the pivotal 76 cents threshold on July 14, 2023, as investors continued to take profits. After that, sellers tried to push the price of XRP below the freshly flipped 68 cent level, but buyers were able to defend the support and push the price of XRP up to just above the 84 cents resistance. However, the daily candle for XRP was unable to shut above this point. After being turned down at 84 cents, XRP once again dropped below 76 cents in the days that followed. As of publication, XRP was still trading inside a tight range between 68 cents and 76 cents, where it has been for the past week. The Howey test analysis is complicated by the use of summary judgment for a Ripple victory. The recent summary judgment in favor of Ripple and the ongoing XRP against SEC battle has prompted discussions and disagreements among legal professionals and enthusiasts throughout the world. At issue is the applicability of the Howey tests, a legal standard crucial to determining whether a transaction constitutes an investment contract and is thus subject to securities legislation. In a recent Chain Live podcast, Jeremy Hovand questioned the reliability of the Howey test in determining whether or not XRP could be classified as a security. Hogan pointed out that the Howey test has been around for almost 80 years, yet there is still no definitive case law to provide guidance. While some attorneys have stated categorically that XRP is 100% safe, this is not the case for everyone. Some people are worried too. Due to the lack of a definitive legal precedent, Hogan also discusses the views of various analysts and prominent personalities on the issue. Despite the summary decision, the Commission's chair, Gary Gentler, has said nothing about what steps they plan to take next. Because of the radio silence, the legal community is in the dark regarding the repercussions and complexities of the situation. Hogan emphasized the value of divergent opinions and invited feedback from others outside the legal profession. "I don't think these people are crazy who are speaking up and saying no, that's not the right ruling," he said, conceding their legitimacy. Simply said, "I think they are wrong. But I don't think it's reasonable to draw the conclusion that anyone who disagrees with the central teachings of the church must be crazy." In my opinion, both camps have good arguments. In short, I think Judge Torres has a much more compelling and reasonable argument. The ongoing developments in the XRP versus SEC litigation have brought the Howey test and the classification of XRP as a security to the forefront of the minds of both legal professionals and the cryptocurrency community, who are eagerly expecting fresh developments in the case. Deaton agrees with Mark Cuban that the result of the SEC's appeal is not a complete victory. The SEC may still lose on appeal. When it comes to the Ripple case, Attorney Deaton is confident that Judge Coors will continue to rule the same way, as well as a recent tweet in favor of XRP. Even if the SEC's appeal is successful, Attorney John Deaton said, Judge Analisa Torres will still rule the same way in the Ripple case. In a reaction to a tweet from American businessman Mark Cuban, Deaton made this observation. Cuban said SEC Chairman Gary Gentler classifies cryptocurrency holders as investors because it helps further the Commission's goals. When Cuban questioned the viability of many Bitcoin projects as legitimate businesses, he raised an essential point. The decline in cryptocurrency investment over the past year, Cuban argued, is evidence that many tokens' common enterprise has come to an end. Deaton, the attorney, agreed with Cuban, saying he had a valid case. For this and other reasons, I maintain that a win for the SEC cannot be assumed even if the SEC's appeal of the Torres verdict is upheld. Since the third Howey criterion was not met, the common enterprise component, in his opinion, confronts the SEC with greater challenges. The issue of whether or not the firm and the XRP ecosystem have a same entity was not important to Judge Torres's judgment about Ripple's programmatic sales. Deaton specifically mentioned that the SEC struggles to meet the common enterprise requirement of Howey. Deaton claims the judge didn't take the SEC's expert testimony into account. Furthermore, Attorney Deaton claims that Ripple has presented tens of thousands of affidavits from customers who purchased XRP for reasons other than speculation. Judge to rule in a similar manner. Remember that Judge Torres ruled that Ripple's programmatic XRP sales on digital exchangers did not constitute securities because individual investors were not expecting to profit from the company's efforts. The judge's judgment was based entirely on Howey's third factor, so keep that in mind. Several securities lawyers have said after the judge's ruling that they expect the Second Circuit to overturn the verdict. Meanwhile, Deaton argued that even if the SEC won on appeal, the Second Circuit would still be correct on the third criterion, and therefore Tories would still be permitted to employ the first two parts of the Howey test. He pointed out that the XRP transactions the SEC claims constitute securities in this case lack the other two elements, investment of money and common enterprise, and predicted that Judge Torres would find against the SEC. Judge Deaton, according to Deaton's forecast, will keep coming to the same result. Furthermore, the CTO of Ripple's, acting as a consultant, believes that following the XRP ledger's pathfinding makes us taxable occurrences disappear. An interesting point about the impact of XRP ledger pathfinding on taxable events in the United States was raised by Allah and an accounting professional with an MBA. When discussing cryptography on Twitter recently, if the pathfinding results in settling a transaction within a single ledger and the prices are not adjusted between purchasing and selling, Allah says that the client will be solely accountable for the tax penalties. Pathfinding on the XRPL means determining the most efficient way to move XRP or other assets from one account to another on the XRPL. So says Allah. If pricing fluctuated along the way, the problem becomes more difficult, as the sites appear to be in different locations. The financial advisor suggested that euro coins or US dollars be used more frequently in European transactions. However, he is skeptical that the tax system or US GAAP can be modified rapidly enough to allow these novel approaches. After claiming to be a senior engineer working on Ripple's on-demand liquidity ODSL, Allah said that the crypto CEO's accountant had verified his claim. Once our transactions are automatically bridged using USD XRP and then XRP to Euro, Neil Hardner wanted to know how a cross-currency transfer from USD to Euro would work. According to Ella, this will be a taxable occurrence. The exchange of XRP for euros, he explained, would be the taxable event. The net impact of an event is the gain or loss, if any, in comparison to the initial purchase price. However, former Ripple developer Matt Hamilton sought explanation of payment methods outside of the network. He explained how one may transfer British pounds to B. I mentioned to Ella that the legal structure of the correspondent bank required it to report gains and losses after converting to USD through a third party. The difference in exchange rates between GBP and BBD would be the sole responsibility of the payment company carrying out the transfer, unlike decentralized exchanges. Ripple's Chief Technology Officer, CTO, at the time of settlement in response to the arguments, David Schwartz stated that the obligation to report has no influence on whether a transaction is taxable or who is liable for paying the taxes related to it. According to Short, the fact that something is taxable or who is responsible for paying the tax has no influence on who is required to provide the information. It was re-emphasized that anyone earns or gains money must pay taxes on that money. This study concludes that the price of XRP should be around $3. An analyst's prediction that the digital currency would shoot for new all-time highs is what's getting people so worked up about Ripple's native token right now. XRP, based on the token's price history, which is trending upward and demonstrating market dominance, we estimate that XRP will reach $3 in the future. Main variables supporting bullish view include the construction of an ascending triangle pattern and the price movement of XRP. Ascending triangles are generally interpreted as bullish indicators, therefore technical analysis points to a possible upward breakout. When this pattern is observed during times of rising prices, it often heralds the start of a significant price rise. One of the primary roadblocks that XRP must overcome is the barrier level that it must cross before the bullish momentum can truly take off. If XRP can break through this $1 barrier, it might spark a surge that could take the cryptocurrency to all-time highs, say analysts. In $3, let's get the word out there, and if you're a Bitcoin enthusiast, we can't wait to get up with you tomorrow to talk about the latest developments that will have an impact on the entire community. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.